Women, what do you bring to the table? Look, I don't know if men seriously ask this question or if it's some kind of internet trend to put women down, but I'm just trying to understand, if I look good and you're approaching me and men approach women, women don't approach men. If you're approaching me and you think I'm worth approaching and getting to know, how could you be going out on dates with me and getting to know me and then all of a sudden turning around and saying, so what do you bring to the table? Now I want to know what you bring to the table since you think you're God or something. What confuses me the most is why women are so stressed over this question and why men even bring up this question. I think some of you are forgetting literally the basics, and I'm going to go over them. A man approaches you because he's interested. He sees a good-looking woman that he wants to impress. You give him a chance as he's trying to impress you to show you that he's worth your time. If you still like him, you continue to see each other, and during your dating stage, he sees what you bring to the table as you're seeing what he brings to the table. So why is this question even being brought up? I don't understand. If during the dating stage a guy seriously looks at you and asks you what you bring to the table, you look him straight in the face and you say, mate, what you see during our dating stage is what you're getting. If you don't think it's enough, then leave. I can't believe that women are actually asking me, what do I say when he asks me this question? Honey, it doesn't matter what answer you give him. He'll keep telling you that all these traits and qualities that you're providing, they're not good enough or he doesn't need them. You can tell him that you can give him peace and he's going to tell you, I don't need peace. I get peace just from being alone. Tell him that you can give him head every morning. He'll tell you, I don't need head every morning. I can go on Tinder and find a girl there, or I can get that from any girl. Tell him you can give him money. He still look at you and be like, I don't need your money. I have my own. Tell him you can give him femininity and keeping yourself up, making sure you always look good, your body's always right. And still, he's going to look at you and be like, oh, there's plenty of good-looking women out there. And even after every answer you give, and after every answer he says, I don't need that, I don't want that, I can easily get that, he'll still look at you after all those answers and say, so what else do you bring to the table? And honestly, I've never in my life met a guy who's healthy and has good intentions and yet asked me these questions. In fact, even the men that didn't have good intentions never asked me this question. So if you're facing this question and you can't look at a man straight in his face and just tell him, look, you already see what you're getting. If you don't like it, leave. Then you have an issue. I mean, clearly you're afraid of losing this man and you're in a terrible position. I also want to add that let's pretend a guy actually asked me this question. I can answer him and say, I'm nurturing, I'm kind, I'm peaceful, I'm motivator, fun, I give good head, I don't know. But these qualities are not for me to decide. They're for him to decide. I can tell somebody that, yes, I'm a very nice, kind person, but that's not for me to decide. Just because I think that doesn't mean that they think that. I could think that I'm a kind person, but that person could think that I'm like the most satanic person ever. The reason why I even brought up this video is because I ran into several reaction videos where women basically talked about what they're looking for in a man, and the men that were reacting to the video kept going off and saying, well, you keep talking about what you want and what a man should do, but what do you bring to the table? First off, the men reacting to those videos don't even have money. So I don't understand why they're so triggered. You're not even her target. And why? First off, I don't even see a problem with a woman going on putting up a video saying, this is what I want, this is what I expect. Even if it's unrealistic, you do you. But why does she have to explain to a pack of men online what she brings to the table? Like, she can tell you whatever traits she has, and you can still be like, oh, that's not good enough. I don't need that. But she doesn't even want you. You're a broke bum. And second, it doesn't matter what traits she lists off. You might listen to them and be like, oh, I don't need that. I'm not looking for that. Let's pretend you have money. Okay, cool. You don't want it. But there might be another man out there that thinks that those traits are perfect for what he's looking for. That's why this whole what do you bring to the table trend is so stupid to me. Like, all these men are getting upset at these women with standards or whatever. It doesn't even matter if they're unrealistic. Are you on a date with her? If not, then why do you care what she brings to the table? Like, why does that hurt you so bad? Are you God or something that she needs to prove herself worthy of what she wants? She's not on a date with you. She's not trying to prove herself to you. What are you so upset for? I just find it funny how this whole what do you bring to the table question is mainly targeted towards women that believe in hypergamy. But all these men that ask this question, they can't even provide fully for a woman. They barely have money. They got too much time on their hands that they literally waste their time watching content of other broke men searching for women like this to make a reaction video and put another woman down. Almost all of those men lie, cheat, disappoint, but still they want to pretend and act like there's some kind of god that you need to bow down and explain to him what you bring to the table. Honey, you approached me. You started the conversation with me. I was just minding my own business. I don't care if you were to approach me. You approached me trying to start off something, trying to impress me. If you don't like what you're seeing, leave. Like, what is this? Another thing that I want to mention is that in almost all of these videos, all of the men say, these women have nothing to offer aside from their looks. But as a man, you know how far a woman can get with just her looks alone. Honey, good looks and pretty privilege is a real thing. The amount of things a woman can get just from looking good, it will help her with men, with jobs, with friends, with school, with grades, everything. Like, how could you say it's the only thing she has? Yes, it might be something that's eventually going to get old, like a woman will eventually get old, but she can get a lot. My looks alone, when I didn't have any games or know any psychology behind men, I got the absolute most out of men. The absolute most. I was able to get them even long term, and I was annoying, I was a pain, I was dramatic, and these men still stayed. How many times do you see all these like extremely annoying women who are mean, and these men are still staying with them and paying for them? It exists. Like, it really exists. These men will actually put up with a lot when they have a pretty woman next to them. I feel like these men who ask these questions and men who make these videos of hypergamy women, and then they're like, what do you bring to the table? They have this hatred and jealousy towards those women because I guess they know that those women can get what they want. Even if they're unrealistic, it's like, why do you still make it? Like, it's clearly some kind of hatred towards women. Because I've seen some women who, what they want is a little unrealistic, especially with the way they act and the way they look. Okay, cool. But you clearly have some kind of hatred towards women, because I'm telling you, I've seen guys who are obese, who don't know how to act, and they have these crazy expectations of, I want a trophy girl who looks really good, who, works out on her body 24/7, but yet he's obese. And he's talking about, yeah, she gotta be a good girl, but a freak in the sheets. I want her to be a virgin, but I want her to be a freak. Unrealistic. But I don't see, do you see women making movements about it and complaining? Women will watch it, roll their eyes, move on with their life. They use all these strategies to basically manipulate men and make them think that that's what they got. If you say that you want a man with money, it doesn't make sense for a man without money to look at you and say, well, what do you bring to the table? Honey, I don't even want you. That's like a man saying, I want a good girl who acts like a freak in the sheets, and then a girl who isn't actually in that criteria looks at him and she's like, well, what do you bring to the table? Because she doesn't think that he's worthy of that. Like, what does it matter? Why do you care? Even if it's unrealistic, why do you care? Listen, ladies, to end this, if a guy asks you that stupid question of what do you bring to the table, honestly, I would leave. Like, I wouldn't even bother talking to him. You can end it by saying you saw what you get, and if you don't like it, leave. But I would just leave. Like, truly, it's so stupid. Words can't even explain how stupid the question is. I don't even know who started this trend. I don't know who did it, but girl, if I'm not dating you, it does not make sense for you to ask me what I bring to the table. And even if I am dating you, if I'm the woman and you're the man, you came and you approached me. If anything, you should be showing me what you bring to the table. That's it. That's all I have to say. So anyways, thank you all for listening. And yeah, if you want me to talk about something else, add something on, fix something, let me know. And yeah, love you all.